Sahelian regions. Mali is largely flat and arid, and the Niger River flows through its interior, functioning as a main trading and transport artery in the country. Sections of the river floods periodically, providing much-needed fertile agricultural soil along its banks, as well as creating pasture for livestock. Now, although Mali is one of the longest countries in Africa, it has relatively small population, so there's more land space than habitation. It has a relatively small population, which is largely centered along the Niger River. Okay? The Bambara ethnic group. So now I know that the Bambara beans that I enjoy is actually, it's from an ethnic group, the Bambara ethnic group. And language predominant with several other groups, including the Fulani, the Dogon, and the Tuareg as well. Agriculture is a dominant economic sector in the country, with cotton production, cattle, and camel herding, and fishing amongst the major activities. The area that is now Mali was once part of the three great pre-colonial Sudanic empires. That's Ghana, Mali, and Songhai. The fabled but now faded trading and leading center of Timbuktu is situated in Mali on the upper Niger River. For centuries, caravans crossed the Sahara Desert from North Africa, while others came from the forest regions to the south, meeting at the crossroads of Timbuktu. So that's one thing that we know, is because Timbuktu was a very significant trading spot for Asian Mali. Other notable towns include the Jenne, noted for its famous mosque and other examples of Sudanese architecture. And Mopti, a bustling market center. The Dogon region, centered in the Bandiagara escarpment in the country's central area, is an important tourist destination because of its unique cliffside villages and diverse artistic life. The national capital, Bamako, is located on the Niger River and is a rapidly growing city because of its increased migration from the depressed rural areas. Well, this is what we know from the books, but I've got people who live it and know it like the back of their hands. I've got some representatives from Mali joining us in the studio in just a few minutes to speak to what I have read and even more. But more importantly, Timbuktu. Now, Timbuktu is famous for a couple of reasons. I said before, in medieval Mali, it was because of its role in trading, all right, strategically located to facilitate trade. But also Timbuktu was the center of Islamic scholarship and the several African empires, home to 25,000 students university and other bandrasa that serve as well springs for the spread of Islam throughout Africa. Okay, sacred Islam texts and bound editions were carried great distances to Timbuktu for the use of eminent scholars from Cairo, from Baghdad, from Persia, and elsewhere who were in residence in the city. So if you're a Muslim scholar or you desire to be a Muslim scholar and you're looking for a historic city to go to enrich your knowledge about your religion, then Timbuktu is one of those places you ought to be at. The great teachings of Islam, from astronomy and mathematics to medicine to law, were located and produced there in several 100,000 manuscripts. Okay, many of them remain, though in precarious conditions, to form a priceless written record of African history. So it's a place also rich in African history. Now, for just like Christians would want to go to the Holy Land, as on the pilgrimage, if you want to be a Muslim scholar, you want to understand the emergence of Islam in Africa, and also to piece together history about West Africa particularly, okay? If you want rich history on the Ghana Empire, the Songhai Empire, the Mali Empire, Timbuktu is that place that you should also go to check out original manuscripts. It's not it makes sense now okay, that a lot of exchange students from the diaspora would have Timbuktu on their travel list, especially when they're going to Mali. Especially, and you find that those who take this trip are themselves intellects, African history students, people who are enthused about African history and its origin and all of that, would definitely have Timbuktu in the chain of resources or places to visit to collect resources. But there's a whole lot more. In a few, we'll engage our guests and dig into it properly. Don't forget that Boniface will join us as well in the second hour of the show, telling us about what he's been up to and particularly bringing us scoops around what's happening in Africa. I know we'll make a stop in Tanzania and then we'll go to South Africa as well. If it's trending, you know that Boniface will bring it to us, so you don't want to miss it.
92.7 Urban Lifestyle ultimate destination for the hottest African beats. Beats Africa with Miriam. 3FM 92.7. Jaja mitology de besinga takola. Nota bere ni baja de sirajuta. Ubi kuma fufola ngaja gele ama. Ema boni belanteri de mata. Akamine dona nunu shimana. Tato jagele alla. Sangare, sangare, sangare. Sangare seguye sangare. Sangare, sangare, sangare. Sangare, 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 seguye sangare, 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 sangare. Malebe do faga do guluguna, jojo shite na sina. Malebe se mega baby tata.
All right, so I've got twin brothers in the studio. I've got Fusaini Simpara and Lasanya Simpara. Did I get the name right? Lasana, please move this microphone towards you so we can hear your voice. Could you try saying something, Fusaini?
I'm Fusaini Simpara.
Fusaini Simpara.
Yeah.
And?
Lasana Simpara.
Lasanya.
Lasana.
Lasana. Oh, okay. The way you're pronouncing the things, I like Lasanya. Lasanya. Anyway, it's good to have you guys in the studio. Or you can put your headphones on so you can hear your voices, okay? No, I meant your headphones, not your mobile phones.
Okay. Headphones.
I
thought you said mobile phones.
I thought, yeah, because when I said you can put your headphones on, both of you just grab your phones. I was wondering, Nkofe, what's going on here? Do you understand a bit of tree though? Do you understand a bit of tree?
Tree?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Like what do you understand?
Like the greetings.
Like which one?
And how to bargain the price.
That one you know.
Yeah.
Are you a business student?
I'm not a business student, but...
You're into trading?
Yeah.
So you know bargaining.
Yeah.
So when you go to a market and you want to bargain, what do you tell them? Tiso?
Yeah, tiso, bacho.
Boy, so that one you've learned it fast.
Yeah.
And does it help you when you bargain? Do you get what you want?
Yes, of course. It helps a lot.
It helps a lot.
Yeah.
When was the last time you went to bargain and went to the market and bargained? And what did you bargain for?
Oh, we went to buy our stocks, like the foods and stuff. So we went to Medina Market.
Yeah.
So we wanted to buy tomatoes and onions.
Uh-huh.
So they were saying a kilo is 50 Ghana cedis. So we had to bargain the price because it was too much for us.
And you bargained it to what?
Like 40.
Hey, so you cheated the trader off?
No, we did not cheat them because when they see us and we are francophones, they will try to increase the price.
Are you sure?
Yeah, for sure.
Of course.
Yeah. Or maybe they're just being nice. Anyways, but I'm sure you guys have been around here for a while.
Yeah.
You seem to know your way around town, right?
Yeah, for sure.
How long have you been here?
We've been here for 4 years.
Oh, for 4 years.
Yeah.
You came to school or you have family here you came to join?
No, we are schooling here.
I see.
But we have some relatives.
You have some relatives here who have lived here for how long?
About 10 years.
Wow. Wow.
We can say they are Ghanaians.
Yeah, you could say that for sure. But which part of Mali do you come from?
From
Bamako.
From the city.
Yeah, the
Yes,
city.
yes.
That's why you like bargaining, because Bamako, there's a lot of trading there, right?
Oh, not only Bamako, Malians, we are all traders.
You're all traders.
Yeah,
You will
the
not
majority.
pay the price. You always want to bargain for it.
Oh, it's good to bargain.
It's good to bargain,
Yeah.
but let me take your minds back home. Growing up in Bamako, what was it like?
Bamako.
Yeah.
Okay. Bamako, like we can say that it's a beautiful country. Beautiful, and it's a city of hospitality. When you get to Bamako, you will feel at home.
Okay.
Yeah. Once you get there, in the airport, the airport is named after the first president of Mali, who is Modibo Keita.
Okay.
So around Bamako, you can find beautiful place to visit.
Right.
And we have also people like who are knowledgeable. Like we have big universities there.
I see.
Yeah.
Why didn't you study in Mali?
Yeah, that's due to the English. You know.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You want to better your English?
Yeah.
Is that the case?
Yeah.
Is that the same for you as well?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Or you were too stubborn, so they just brought you
Oh,
here?
no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you came to improve English.
Yes.
Is that to say that you don't find a lot of, or you don't have universities that lectures in English?
In English, of course, we have lecturers who speak good English, who are fluent. But you know, English language is something. If you are not in the environment, it will be very tough for you to get
pick up.
to get accustomed to it. So that's why we are here. As Ghanaians, they speak English. So.
But before you came, did you speak any English at all?
Yes, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, of
we
course.
had the basic.
We had the basic.
before
Okay.
you came here.
We are fan of English.
I see.
Yeah.
It's interesting how French easily pick up English, but it's not the same the other way around. I mean, I have written a lot of French exams in my life, and I can't speak there. If you say, okay, bonjour, I can say bonjour, comment ça va bien, but you know, you don't try going beyond that point. You know. So in Mali, which part of Mali do you come from? Like, is Bamako your hometown?
The Bamako is the city.
Yeah, I know that, but which part of
The part is Bankuni.
Bankuni?
Yeah,
Is
that's
it-
the streets.
I
That's the
see.
street.
Is that in the south of Mali? Is it in the north? Is it the west? Or?
No, like
No,
if you
that's-
say
it's
where
like
we come
the
from,
Accra. When you are in Accra.
Yes.
But we say I live at Alaju. That's the same thing. Alaju
Okay.
is another street in Accra.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so what I'm trying to get at really is, like you said, I live in Accra as well, but I'm from the Oti region.
like I'm
okay,
getting,
like
I'm getting
the background.
the
Yes,
background. You
yes.
mean? Yeah, we are from
If you want to put it
Kulikoro.
that way. Where?
Kulikoro.
Ulikoro.
Kurikoro.
Yes.
Is that in the north, the southwest, or where?
Kulikoro.
Yes, of Mali. Is it in the north of Mali? Is it in the south of Mali?
The east.
Is
The
it
east.
The east.
Is the
It's
east.
in the east.
Yes, please.
All right. Interesting. So there's a lot of how do I call it, trading in that part of town as well.
Yeah, everywhere you go in Mali, like we are known for trading. I don't know if you know the history. Like we are known for
Yeah,
trading.
absolutely,
We are known for
absolutely.
trading. Everywhere you go in Mali, like you will get traders there, and the majority trade.
Majority trade. When you were coming up as children, younger ones, how old are you anyway? Oh, the girls will say you're too young.
We are 20.
You're 20.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
why didn't you want to say your age?
No, I didn't.
Have
No,
you lied to some girl that you are 40?
no, I can't lie.
But when you were growing up, what was growing up like? Are Malians the type that like to go out? You know, are parents more strict? What's it like growing up in Mali? What were some of the games that you played growing up?
Like when we were growing up, like it was a kind of difficult. Yeah, it was very difficult because the environment we live in, like, it's known as, we can say, due to security and other things. So, and also some people, they like ghetto. It's a kind of, yeah, we can say.
So there was
it was very difficult to be like you are the only good one among like those like that are not good. So it will be very difficult for you to grow up like to be a very like.
When you say you are the good one amongst those that are not good, does that mean that you have friends who were fighting with rebels with the Tuareg?
No, rebels. No, in city like.
Okay.
In Bamako. So it was very difficult. Like,
I mean, I'll be honest with you. A lot of the news we hear about Mali is always issues of security.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Yes.
But you have lived it in Bamako. Is it safe?
Bamako.
I mean, if you compare the two cities, Accra, Bamako, in terms of security.
Honestly speaking, and frankly speaking, Accra is, we can say, peaceful than Bamako. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Frankly speaking.
Describe to me what the state of security is in Bamako. Is it the case that you can't even go out when it's like 8, 9?
No, you can go out. Mm-hmm. You can go out.
But what makes it unsafe?
I think it's due to like our army. You know, some people, like we have the policemen and we have the military men. So they're effective, like the number of people who are in the army is not enough. You know, Mali is...
The country is very big.
Yeah, it's very big.
But the people are small.
Yes.
The people are small.
Those who are made to... for the security are not enough for the country to secure the security for the country.
I see.
Yes.
I see. So meaning that movement is a bit restricted? I mean, for you 20s, I'm sure that here you go to visit friends, you have fun, right? You go out late and you come back and all of that. Could you do all of that in Bamako
Yeah,
as
in
well?
Bamako we can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you can be afraid of doing it, but you can do it. But it's very risky.
What do you mean?
It's very risky. Like even in Ghana here, in Accra here, it's very risky to go out late. Because I have friends, they have been facing armed robbers here. They they came to them, they took all their belongings from them. They even go to their rooms and go there and then steal their belongings there.
Right.
So everywhere is risky, but we can say that it just depends on where you go. Yeah, you have to know where to go.
But by large, Accra is way safer than Bamako. Can we? Would that be a proper statement to make?
Yes.
Right. So if you're going out on a typical night out in Bamako, where would you go? Do you go to the nightclub? Do you go to the restaurants? Where do you go? Where do you hang out?
Unfortunately, I like food. I go to restaurants. I don't go to clubs.
So you go to restaurants to eat.
Yeah, to eat.
What about you?
Yeah, the same. The
Same.
restaurant.
You all have very big appetites.
Yeah, I don't actually like nightclubs.
The nightclubs.
Yes.
Let's talk about food in Mali. You know, what do you eat? I mean, if you took me to your favorite restaurant, okay, what would you recommend that I try out? And why?
It will be fakui.
Fakwe.
Yeah.
I almost thought you were insulting me.
It's not an insult. Yeah,
It sounded like that, but anyway, what is fakwe?
fakui, like it's a kind of black soup.
Black soup.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
It's with
it's
rice.
prepared with leaves. You say.
Okay.
You know, leaves and.
Do you know what leaves? Because here we have ademe, we have okro, we have boma. Which
Not
ones are we talking
okro,
about?
not okro.
Oh, it's not okro. It's not okro.
No.
Oh, okay. So what's it made out of?
Yeah, it's like leaves.
It is from a tree, but
What kind of leaves? So you people,
No.
you don't care what it's made out. You just go and enjoy it.
No, we know it's made up of like leaves, like.
What
But
leaves?
I don't think
What
if
are they
you-
called? What are the leaves called?
They call it pakoi. I don't think if we can find those leaves here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You don't think it's not because you don't know it, but we can't find it here.
Let's say we don't know the name.
And you eat that with what? What do you eat it with? Is it rice, banku?
Yeah,
Yes,
fufu?
rice.
Oh, you
Actually,
eat
it's
it.
rice.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I see. With meat and all of
Yes.
that. Okay. So that's one. Which other food would you ask me to try out?
After pakoi, please.
Yeah. What
That's
else?
we can eat chips and chicken.
Chips and chicken. I
Yeah.
mean, that's universal.
That's
Yeah, that's
universal.
I want
universal,
something
but
indigenous.
local, like-
yeah.
local. We have like toe. We call something toe.
Toe.
Yes.
What is
a
toe?
kind of banku.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
And that's eaten with what? Is that also made out
But
of?
that's not. It's not as sour as banku. Banku like.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Okay. And that's made out of what? Corn, cassava?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, corn.
It's made out of corn.
corn.
Oh, okay. So what do you eat that with?
Okro. We can eat it with okro.
Right. Okay. I mean, that's pretty much like eating banku and
Yes.
okra here, right?
Yeah.
Interesting. Let's talk about fashion. Are Malians very fashionable people?
Oh, very, very.
Oh,
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
So you spend, are you the type that when you're going out, Malians will spend a lot of money to look good?
Oh.
Is that the case?
Yeah. That's the case.
Eh.
If you see a Mali and you
When they-
recognize directly like that, that's him. That's from Mali. This man.
How would I know? Tell me. Are they very elaborate with their dressing? You know, tell me. What, I mean, when a Malian wants to look good, okay?
especially the women.
The women.
Okay.
When their income is, let's say, 1,000 cedis,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 900 is going for the.
They will
style,
spend
the fashion,
99%
for their fashion.
or 90% of their salary
for
to look
fashion.
good.
To look good.
I see. And the men don't pay for it.
Men.
But the men, let's say the young boys,
Yeah.
the young boys.
The young boys,
Yes.
what do they do?
Those people also, they spend a lot.
They spent.
They spend a lot.
Yes.
I was asking if the guys don't pay for it, for the ladies.
The
outfit.
ladies.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes we pay.
But
But
you
you,
say sometimes.
when I say sometimes, like women's needs, we cannot like afford to satisfy them in those things like fashions. They like it too much.
Oh, so it means that
we
Malian
can
guys
pay
don't.
sometimes.
They don't spend. They don't like to spend too much on women, right?
No, we spend.
No, we spend.
But not always.
Or they select what they spend on.
Yeah. For example, for shelters like clothes and things, so we can buy clothes for them. But women, they may want something else. For example, I want to go to, for example, for shopping in Dubai. You see, so if my salary cannot like afford me to pay like a flight for you to go to Dubai and shop, but I cannot do that.
I see. But generally, I mean, if generally we just say that Malian guys, and let's be very honest, are they the kind that will spend a lot on their women?
For sure. You can ask like Ghanaians like who have been friends with Malian. Yeah, Malians. They are
So
like
between Malian guys and Ghanaian guys, which of the guys?
that. There is no
which-
comparison.
What do you mean no comparison?
No.
Meaning that we're way better.
No,
The Ghanaian guys are way better.
no. In terms of spending on
Yeah.
women, no, Malians guys. Frankly speaking, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I see.
It's
Well-
not like I'm defending Mali, but it's,
Abiam, can you hear what he's saying? Oh, you're pretending not to be hearing.
because I have Ghanaian friends. I
Yeah.
know how they behave.
I see.
So
Is there an initiation rite or custom that is done for Malian? I mean, when you're coming into your teens, when you're becoming a man, or when you reach puberty, are there puberty rites that are done?
yeah, we can say it.
Oh, okay. What are those, and how is it done in Mali?
And Mali.
At least from your tribe or any other tribe that you know, what kind of puberty rite is done?
Okay. The fact is that like in my tribe,
Okay.
the puberty right is that It's compulsory. It's compulsory to pray. The praying. Yeah.
Are you a Muslim?
Yeah, I'm a Muslim.
Okay.
It's compulsory for you to pray regularly, and also.
Let's say when you reach a particular age, yeah, you have to get married.
Married too, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
don't like
it's
the
compulsory.
Symbol, yeah.
It's compulsory.
It's not like it's
It's not
compulsory, but
compulsory. Highly recommended. Yeah.
highly recommended. What age are we talking about?
let's
Like
say
22 to 23.
20 and above.
Yeah.
20. So you guys are 2 years away from getting married. Because you told me you were 20, right?
Yeah.
So
very
so,
soon, very
so
soon.
you have 2 more years to become a bachelor, after which you have no reason to stay single.
It's not like you
It's
have
not
no
like
reason,
no reason.
but
It's like
You said it's
Then-
highly recommended,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure you want to be in the majority.
for sure.
For sure. So you have 2 more years to get married.
Yeah, we can say 2 more years. Maybe it can be less.
So it means that school ought to be completing anytime soon. So you go back to Mali, and within that 2 years, you have to get married, right? But doesn't that put a lot of pressure? You're just 22. I don't know your background in terms of finance and all of that, but what are you sure you're ready to?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
In 2 years.
Yeah.
Are you
I'll go.
gainfully employed? Are you working?
But that's the difference between like Ghanaians and Malians. Like we are Muslims and get fully employed. The marriage does not depend on
Yes.
get fully employed.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it does not depend on that.
You have to marry because it's a requirement.
It's a requirement, and if you know that you don't get married or you don't marry, like you stay away for like fornication.
Okay.
So if you know yourself, so all will be dependent on that. So
if
No,
you
but
can,
let's look at this realistically. So you're getting married within the time that you're saying that it is highly recommended that you get married.
yeah,
But you are not gainfully employed. You probably don't have a good paying job at the time, and the woman probably also isn't working. How are you going to make marriage work? Because it's not easy to just say you're married, right?
Yes.
You need to take care of the home. You need to take care of your woman. You just sat here bragging about how Malians spend so much on their women, and you don't have a job. So how are you going to spend?
you know something, like even if you don't have job,
Yes.
yeah, but if you can have something like
have
to
something
put
to
on the
do.
table, like
Yes.
you have something to do, even if the income like is 500 Ghana cedis, and you can take care of like the food, you can provide foods and clothes for your woman. I think you're good to go.
I think clothes
I
is
see.
optional.
Yeah,
Clothing your woman is optional.
Clothing your woman is optional,
Yes.
so she can stay naked until you get rich. So she should stay naked and get cold until you get
Oh no,
rich.
she has something. She has something to wear.
Don't mind me, I'm just pulling your legs. But I mean that's largely from your Muslim background, right? Is there anything different in terms of puberty rights from your tribe itself, peculiar to your tribe, or any other tribe in Mali that you know that maybe there's a certain ceremony or custom that is done for either boys or girls when they reach puberty?
personally, I don't know. For my tribe, I don't know.
You don't know?
because we don't do that.
Oh, right. What about you? Have
Well,
you
the
heard
same
anything?
thing.
Maybe in school, did you encounter any of such?
Oh no.
Yeah. What about taboos? The certain do's. Okay, so if you were taking me to Mali, okay,
Yes.
and you were giving me a list of to do's and
Don'ts.
and don'ts, right? What would be on that list? What would be on that list? What would you advise me to do definitely? And what would you advise me not to do, no matter what?
No matter, okay. It's like lie. You don't have to lie.
Oh, but as for lie, you
Because-
don't lie anywhere.
Yeah, you don't have, yeah, because if you lie to a Malian right now, he
Yeah.
will not believe you for it.
Oh. Okay.
That's the case. So if you lie to me right now, like we can be friends, but I will not believe. I will not believe you
Okay.
forever. That's
Once you break the trust,
yeah.
you won't get it back.
Yeah.
I see. And what else?
And also in the dress also, the dress, the way you dress. There are some culture in Mali, if you dress like putting some of the like Ghanaians do. Ghanaians, you women in Ghana here, we wear some dresses like if you wear it in Mali, people will start insulting you.
This is due to our religion.
What kind of dress are you talking about?
Like short skirts.
Shorts, the mini
Oh,
skirts.
okay.
And
So you
also-
can't obviously you can't expose your body,
Yeah.
your legs.
People will
right?
be seeing you like prostitute.
I see. So when you came to Ghana and you saw a lot of ladies in short skirts, what was going through your head?
No, like because I know that we have all our cultures.
Yes.
So
Every country has
Yes.
its own culture. So
You didn't feel like it's not a place for you because for everywhere you look, you would feel tempted.
no, as for that, like I think everything depends on the mind.
Right.
Like if you see someone, you can see, but you cannot look at the person. Because seeing the person and looking at her is different.
You need to explain further. You can see the person, but you
Yeah.
can't look. What do you mean by that?
Because, for example, when I'm passing by, I
Yeah.
can see a lady. She has like short skirt. But once I I put all my attention to her, it means that I'm looking at her. So I will look at her features. So it's looking at her.
But you're in school, and in school, there are other students who are not Malians who
Yes.
will come in wearing what they wear.
Even for that.
Are you able to focus in class?
Yeah, for sure.
You're able to focus in class.
I know why I'm here.
You know why you're here.
Yeah.
She also knows why she's in the class.
Yeah. No, those things cannot those things cannot distract us.
You see the way Abiyam was looking at you from his corner eye. Like, my God, are you joking? Are you serious now?
No, they cannot distract us. It's the mind.
Interesting. Now let me take our minds back to Mali again. You said, I mean, because of religious reasons, you have, from 20 you should be getting ready to get married, right?
This is our tribe. Like
This is
we have
okay.
different.
All right,
This
so
is
but
our
for your
tribe.
tribe,
Yes.
from 20 years going maximum 23,
Yes.
you should have gotten married, right?
Yes, please.
So what's the process to get married in Mali? What does it take? Have you asked your parents or have you seen them?
The process.
Yes.
I think it's easy. Like if you see someone, for example, generally in our tribe, cousins are meant for cousins. I don't know if you are getting the meaning.
Okay, so you can marry your cousin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They actually say cousins are meant for cousins. I don't know if you are getting for example, if I want to marry someone, I will take my cousin, and if my cousin want to marry someone, he will come and take my sister or my grandsister. I don't know.
So you
Cousins.
So you can marry your uncle's daughter.
Yes.
Is that the case?
Yeah.
Is that what you're opting for?
I can't tell.
What do you mean you can't tell? You've got 2 years. See, your clock is ticking.
I can't tell.
Your clock is ticking, and you're not looking.
I said normally, but it
Yes.
does not mean that the rule is going to be like.
No, but I'm asking you, what would be your preference? Would you?
Anyway, it's not forbidden. So
It's not forbidden, so we can't tell.
I'm not saying it's you said it's not forbidden, right? You said it's allowed,
Yeah.
and I'm asking, what would your preference be? Would you are you looking to get married to your cousin, or you're looking to marry outside of your family?
both.
Sorry,
I would say the both.
which one is both? You married two? One cousin.
You have the right to
We have
marry.
No, I'm
up to
asking
four.
you yourself. You
Yes.
married two?
Yes.
You married two. Okay, one cousin, and then another outside.
Yeah, you can take it any way you want. So
Yo, I'm asking you.
Me,
personally.
What you're asking? Like
What would be your preference?
my preference.
Yeah. He says he will marry two. He will have two women, two wives. One will be a cousin, and then the other will be outside the family, right? You need to work hard though to be able to take care of them.
Yeah.
What would be your preference?
My preference.
Yes.
Like, yeah, but I think outside.
Both of them. Or you're married just one?
Me.
Yeah.
But it will depend. Like, today we are in today, but we don't know what will happen.
You will wake
tomorrow.
up tomorrow and think you want to go for all four.
Four wives.
Yeah.
Why not? It can happen.
You guys better be rich. You better get
Yeah, for
rich.
sure, for sure.
You better get rich. I don't know how you're going to be able to finance that lifestyle.
Oh.
Four wives.
Do you know? No.
You guys are 20 something and you're not even gainfully employed yet, but you're thinking marriage in 2 years. I don't know. See, may the miracle you're trusting work for you.
It's not a kind of miracle, but it's a kind of faith. Like,
oh, faith.
Yeah.
I see. You think faith will work for you to marry 4 women when you're 22 and you don't have a job to take?
no,
over
22. You cannot marry 4 wives in 22. You will die early.
Anyway, so Boniface is joining us in just a few minutes. Hi, Bonnie. Can you hear us? Let me try and activate your line. Abian, please give me a hand here. I see you speaking, but unfortunately, I can't hear you as well as I should. FM 90. Okay, could you try that again?
Be able to hear. You can hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. So you've been listening to our conversation for a while, right?
Yes. Those Malian boys are strong, brother. 22, you're ready to get married and get 4 wives.
Bonnie, how many can you manage? How many wives can you manage?
Me, I'm older than 22, but I can only manage one.
Hey, my goodness.
Even one is
Even one is not easy, eh?
one is enough.
One is enough, huh?
It's not. One is.
But you know, Kenyan women, maybe Malian women are more malleable.
Are you sure it's not because of your religion?
If you try that, they'll finish you.
Have you've seen protests in Kenya? So that is how we are in the road. We are activists.
Anyway,
so when you marry a Kenyan, just know you've married an activist in your house.
Anyway, it's good to have you here, Boniface. I see you've been doing some running around. Last week we were at the Marina Mall, so we couldn't engage. But tell us all what you've been up to.
So this week, just like I said, we've been having a lot of protests and anti-government protests because of the hike of the living.
Right.
And what's been interesting is, members of the celebrities and entertainment also coming into the conversation.
Right.
Because we have Bahati, who is a Kenyan celebrity and the current ambassador for Dubai in Kenya, and a former political aspirant. He came out on Facebook and was really encouraging guys to pursue peace and not so much to go into the same way as Rwanda. Because sometimes this violent, protest can sort of lead to that kind of genocide and that kind of thing. So a lot of celebrities have come out to say, you know what, guys, as much as we are aggrieved by everything, let's pursue peace and all that kind of thing.
Interesting. I mean, we all pray that it doesn't escalate into something that it shouldn't. And you see, if you think about it, things are hard. The last thing you want at this time is to have taxes that adds on to your expenditure. Is her message going down well? Do you foresee an end to the protest anytime soon?
Well, right now, both sides are really on a standoff, because the opposition side are saying, we'll continue with the demonstrations, because obviously life is becoming quite unbearable. As you know, the tax also affect the creatives, because there's a 15% tax that has been put on content creators. And one of the things that Bahati was saying is that creatives need to look more outside of Kenya, because, as I said, right now he's the current ambassador to Dubai. Just finished the A to Z campaign where he was representing Dubai, the city of Dubai and the BET. So the idea, he's been encouraging other creatives, look for opportunities outside the country.
Absolutely.
Don't be so focused on just the local industry, you know. But of course, for those who don't have the opportunity to go out there and get deals like he got with Dubai or even with other international organizations,
Right.
everyone, of course, is hoping two things will happen. One, that the taxes will go down, but also that the riots will stop, because both of them are just as bad.
Right. What's this love affair brewing in Tanzania? What's going on in Tanzania?
I think Alikiba is Malian because he's married to Amina.
He probably is.
He probably is. But even Diamond is probably Malian. You know, Diamond, he has united East Africa with his affairs. Alikiba seems to be.
Diamond Platinum.
So Alikiba, you know, there's been, of course, some rumors of him breaking up with the wife. Just the other day, the wife, Amina, came out and said, why are you dating? And yet he's refusing to give him a report. So that is Nife. The picture that you're seeing right now is Nife.
Right.
Who is a business lady who is rumored to be dating Alikiba. Yeah. They came out, they were doing a promotion for a certain jersey that Alikiba does for charity and all that kind of thing. But the way they were closing up during the shoot, everyone was like, oh, these guys look like they're together, and there's been that rumor that they're together.
Right.
Which adds injury to it, because Amina, who's the ex-wife, has been asking for a divorce now. Or Amina is actually Kenyan. What is it about Tanzanian men coming to Kenya to get our women and then breaking their hearts? Like,
Bonnie, what you should be asking is, what is it about Kenyan guys that you can't just keep your women?
It's because we are honest.
Yeah, right.
Okay? They're honest. We'll tell you the truth. You'll be like, these Kenyan guys leave them. So they go to Tanzania, they go to Nigeria, they have to work there. Then they come back here. So they always come back. Even Diamond's ex-wife, baby mama, I don't know, Tanasha Donna.
Yeah.
They came back. So let them go. They'll come back.
They would come back, huh? Anyway, let's make our last stop in South Africa. What's in the trends there?
Yes, Kanisa, who this month was picked as the Equal Africa Ambassador. This is a project by Spotify to promote female artists and female musicians who are doing great things. Other South Africans that have also been picked, Tyler Seo and Elaine. Also locally, we've also had local ambassadors such as Nikita Kering, who is doing amazing work. And so it's good to see, women being celebrated, because the music industry is really very, very harsh for the women, especially.
Right.
I've done a ton of stories of women being, victimized and being put in very compromising situations by people of authority in the music industry. So it's good to see Spotify having that program of equal opportunity to really create, space for the women in music to rise. And of course, Amapiano is a rising genre, and so it's good to see a luminary from South Africa really taking her place.
Interesting. Well, you've been up to quite a lot. We hope that one day you're able to resolve the issue about Kenyan women leaving and coming back later. Maybe you can stop the process before they go and come back.
At least I know. Maybe they need, because they also like going to Dubai. So maybe the Malians will grab them and take them to Dubai. They'll come back.
Maybe the Kenyan guys are too stingy, because the guys are in the studio. They're telling us Malian guys, they like to spend. But can you say the same for Kenyan guys?
Now, it depends. If you get a Luo who are from the western side of the country, but the men from the mountains where I come from, we're not stingy, we are the economy.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, we make proper use of resources.
Bonnie, it's just like calling somebody who is short down to earth instead of saying a person is short. The value is the same. The value is the same. I see.
So if you want go for if you are at the west or if you are at the coast, you will get a guy who spends. But then again, also there are the ones who cheat the most.
Oh,
so it's a way
okay.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah, loyalty, a loyal economy or a country. Make the choice.
All right, Bunny. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll look forward to talking to you again next week, Sunday. Stay safe.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. So that's Boniface joining us all the way from Kenya. He joins us every Sunday and gives us scoops about what's happening across the continent. And of course, he waded a bit into the conversation about, guys and their spending ability and choosing between being economical. I like his description. Not that, his side of men are stingy. They're just very economical. And I bet with everything that's happening in Kenya now, with the introduction of the new taxes, they're going to be extremely economical. they're going to have PhDs in economics. Anywho, it's Beats Africa on 3FM 92.7. I'm in the studio with twin brothers from Mali. They've been sharing very interesting insights about Mali and, you know what I mean, telling us about social life, a bit of tradition, and what they themselves have been up to. Now, have you guys been to Timbuktu? Have you been there?
Nope.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Why? Is it too far from Bamako, or nothing has interested you guys to go to?
Oh, we are interested in going there.
Okay.
But due to the distance, not only the distance, and also security problem.
Oh, because of security problems. Okay, is it a high risk area? I see.
Those areas are the less secure areas of Mali. Timbuktu, Kidal, Gao, these three places.
But we are planning to go there.
You're planning to go there?
Even if the security, but we are expecting the security to come
to get better.
Yeah, to get better.
But I'm sure in school, when you study social studies, right?
Yes.
What does the history book say about Timbuktu in Timbuktu? I mean, your textbooks. What does it talk about? Okay,
Timbuktu is known as the mysterious city, and also the 333 saints.
Saints.
Yeah.
It's believed that 333 saints are in Timbuktu. I see. Doing what?
And it's also known for its historical and cultural, and it is also the center whereby the Muslim manuscripts it was spread throughout Africa.
Okay.
So it started from Timbuktu.
I see.
The university, the Sankore University, was Islamic university.
Okay.
I think it was the first Islamic. I think it's the first university in Africa.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and also it has a little bit city. Let's say a little bit city beside him, near to him, which is called Jini, with his mosque.
With the mosque there.
Yeah, with the mosque. It's the most. Let's say it's a great mosque in terms of architecture and in terms of how it's built.
I see.
Yeah.
Are there a lot of Ghanaians in Mali?
Before.
But
before.
now, now.
When you say before as when?
Before
as when?
In the year 19. I don't
the
know.
1967, 1968.
Our parents always tell us that there were a lot of Ghanaians there.
I see.
There were those doing there were barbers and selling both fruits and those stuffs in Mali.
Is it?
There were a lot there. There were
a lot of Ghanaians in Mali.
Sure.
Then, from what your parents told you, in the 1960s, working as barbers and were caterers. I see. Interesting. Have you ever encountered any Ghanaian in Mali?
In Mali?
Yourself personally?
Personally, no.
Okay.
No.
But your friends, have they? Do you know if
I've met one.
Oh, you have?
Yes, I've met one.
In Mali?
He was going to do the mining job there in Mali.
Mining?
Yes.
Oh. Legal mining or illegal mining?
I don't know.
I don't know. We can't tell because he said he's going. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that day we were going to Mali and we met him on the road. He said he is going to Mali for mining, but we don't know. Yeah, we don't know why it's legal or illegal. But from what I've noticed is it can be illegal because Ghana also it's ahead of Mali in terms of like when we say gold.
Gold.
Yeah,
Ghana,
absolutely.
so
and that's why I'm curious that
why
Ghanaian will be going there
leaving Ghana for Mali.
Your mining sector is not a very big one, is it?
Yeah, it's a very big one.
It's a big one.
Yes.
Okay. Does it also have galamsey issues? You know galamsey, right? You've heard about galamsey, illegal mining?
Illegal mining.
In Ghana?
Yeah.
Yes.
Does Mali have similar challenges as well?
Yes, we have similar challenge. And due to the security also, like, the place is not well secured. So that calls for illegal mining, everything like.
Do have a lot of people died as a result of that practice?
Yeah, a lot. Some people even become fools.
Fools?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like when they go to the mining and then they will be like taking toxic medicals. So they
become mad?
They become mad.
Oh, right. I see.
And also situations also they see something like betrayal.
Yes.
For example, you and I, we get together and look for mines, and once we get it, I will run away with the mine. And due to that, some people
they
crazy. Lose conscience.
Yes. Yeah.
I see. Interesting. So what's the places in Mali that you would want me to visit?
Yeah, personally, it's Timbuktu. Yeah,
it's Timbuktu.
Yeah,
okay,
definitely.
And you?
So I would say Segu.
Segu.
Yes.
Tell me why you want me to see Segu.
Because Segu is a region where there was a lot of kings. Yes, a lot of kings have been there, including Beaton. There were big kings who some of them they have been fighting with the Western people according to the history. So the place there is a very touristic place you can visit there.
Okay.
Their thrones
what would
are
I see?
there.
Oh, their thrones are there. Their
Yes.
palaces
Sunjata. Have you
are
ever
there.
heard of Sunjata?
Sunjata, yes.
Sunjata Keita.
Yes.
Yeah, he's the father founder of Mali.
I see. So his throne is there.
Yeah.
His throne is
His
there.
throne,
No, we can say. Oh,
Are there any remnants of his reign
no,
there?
we have his materials there. Some of them, you can visit it.
Okay. I see. Are there a lot of tourists in Mali? Does Mali get a lot of tourists?
Yeah, a lot.
Recently.
A lot.
Yeah. And when they come,
due to the terrorism and
you know everything is about the
it's
security.
reduced now.
Yeah, it
Place
has
is not-
reduced.
Yes.
I see.
But before, we had a lot of tourists
I
from
see.
all around the world. But now, due to the security, if you go there,
People do not wish to visit.
People don't wish to visit now.
Yeah.
So who are the hottest musicians in Mali at the moment?
the hottest.
Yeah. First of all, let's talk about your music. You know, we have different genres. We've got Afrobeats, we've got dancehall, we've got high life, we've got hip life. What does Mali have?
We have let's see, whatever you've just cited, we have all.
But tell me
we
what's
have-
it called?
We have rappers, those who
Okay.
do rappers,
Hip hop.
hip hops. We have reggaes, and we have those who. I'm not like that fan of music like
your traditional songs. What's
Traditional
the, what's the
Manding song.
genre?
There was a Manding song.
Manding song.
Yes.
Abian, do we have some Manding songs? Do you know any particular artist you want us to play from?
Like Geneva Sek.
Umusangari.
Tobo. Yine bako.
Baku.
Give me a moment. So you said, tell me again, what's the name of the artist?
Geneva Sek.
Geneva Sek.
Geneva.
Sek.
DG
Okay.
E
N-E.
ECK.
Okay.
Never said BA.
BA.
Okay, I think Abiam has found it.
Okay.
Yes, I think he has. This one.
Yeah.
You will tell me what he's singing about very soon.
Nasira na anji ubewaro
92.7 3FM, your urban lifestyle radio.
Your ultimate destination for the hottest African beats. Beats Africa with Miriam. 3FM 92.7.
Singing about?
It's a very touching song.
It's a very touching song. Could you explain for some of us who don't know?
It's a very touching
It's
song.
dedicated to the army, the military people.
Okay. And so what's the singer saying?
He's saying that the military, the army, then they should not get feared. So if they get feared, they will be hopeless. The population will be hopeless.
Okay.
We count on them. They should face the terrorists.
Okay.
So they have to be strong.
I see.
The day they decided to be part of the military, and then they take their oath to protect the population. So they should not get feared, and we are all behind them. So
I see.
That's a summary of what she's saying.
What she's singing about.
Yeah.
I see. There's a lot of respect for the army back home, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it one of the professions you guys have ever aspired to be? To be in the army?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. So if you get the opportunity, you go to the army.
Yeah.
What about you?
Personally, I don't like.
You don't want to be in the army?
I like it. Especially sniper.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I see. You've got big dreams. I see how you want to achieve your 4 wives dream. I see now. It's becoming clearer. Anyways, we've got to be wrapping up. But so what's your favorite places in Accra so far? Where are you familiar with? Have you tried some Ghanaian food? What's your thought on it?
Ghanaian food. Yeah. We eat some of them, like
which one have you tried?
Banku, kenke, fufu.
Okay.
Ghanaian jollof rice.
Better.
Plain rice.
Yeah. Which one is your favorite so far?
My favorite?
Yeah.
I like jollof rice.
You like jollof rice? Nice one. Let it be the only jollof rice that you know and try. What about you?
Oh, I like banku. Banku and okro.
Okay.
Yes.
A nice one.
But the first time I ate banku, I feel like I have fire on my stomach.
Because of the pepper,
Yeah, the pepper.
Yes,
you like too much pepper.
Oh, we eat too much pepper?
Yes.
You think so?
Pepper.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
In Mali, the
Even
food
in
doesn't
porridge,
have...
you put pepper in porridge.
Well... I don't know how to answer that one. So it means that in Mali, your food doesn't usually have a lot of pepper, right? It's not
Pepper, but
very
I
spicy.
understand why do Ghanaians use a lot of pepper.
Why do you? How do you understand? What do you mean?
Yeah, this is due to the climate.
Oh,
But it's
okay.
helpful.
It's helpful.
Yeah, of course it's helpful. It helps you to digest your food properly.
Yes.
Yeah, but in Mali, the sun itself.
Or digest the
yes.
food.
It digests.
Oh my God, you guys are interesting. In Mali, you don't need pepper in your food. The sun itself.
The sun itself.
But you know, interestingly, people who are not too familiar with our climate will come and say, "Hey, Ghana is hot. Ghana is hot."
Ghana is not. Mali, 65% of
maybe economically hot. So.
economically.
I like that. It means that it's cheaper in Mali than in Ghana. Ghana is expensive. Accra is expensive,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, in Mali,
People are
with
dying
even
here.
10 cedi, you can spend your day with 10 cedis.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
But what about accommodation?
Accommodation.
Transport?
Ghana, we are dying, yeah. Especially we foreigners.
Is
Because
it?
we are not used to it, but now we are getting accustomed to it. But the first time we came here, it was difficult for us.
Is it?
Yeah, because the transport fees, the food, even with 5 cedi, you cannot chop. You cannot chop earthly. Like, it was very difficult.
Really?
When I take the 10 cedis and I will exchange it to the currency
CFA.
we are using, the CFA, I will say, oh, am I eating this big money? Like, I'm not even like
Before
full.
when we wanted to buy something,
Yeah.
we would convert the money to see
To
it in the
CFA,
CFA
okay.
if it's reasonable. But now,
You stop conversion.
yes,
No.
I've stopped
Your
it
head will
because-
pain you.
Yes.
Your head will pain you if you do that
Yeah.
conversion. So it means that when you came, if you're going to buy your kinky and fish, and they tell you the price, you convert it
Yes,
to
I'll
CFA to
see.
see if it makes sense.
Yeah, the equivalent. But right now, you will just go and buy. You have to buy.
You're tired of converting it.
Oh, it will pain you. You will not eat here if you like. Every time you want to buy something, you convert
Yeah.
it. Oh, you will not buy something. You will not buy anything in Ghana here because everything is expensive.
It doesn't make sense.
Oh.
The calculation doesn't make sense.
Sometimes I feel like Ghana is
It's what?
It's something.
is something else.
No, what do you mean? What do you mean Ghana is something else?
No, I cannot say Ghana, but Accra. Let's say Accra,
Accra,
but because
in
I've been
particular.
to Kumasi. Things there, they are
They're reasonable.
yeah, they are reasonable.
But Accra here,
Accra.
if you want to eat kinky and fish, you need quarter 20 Ghana cedis, right? I mean,
Even
for your bellies, you need about 20 Ghana cedis.
If you want to eat out here, like you use 30 Ghana cedis.
That same 30 Ghana cedis, if you convert it to CFA, what can you buy with it back home?
Back home.
A
Yeah.
lot. You can
A lot.
eat rice with meat.
Not rice.
Buy beans.
These are for in our country.
Yeah.
Those who would eat rice, they are the poor.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But chips with 10 Ghana cedis, you will go and buy chips with bread, with eggs,
Chips, potato chips,
potato chips,
with egg
with
and bread.
bread, the full one. Here it's 10 cedis.
The baguette, the long one.
Yeah.
I
Tea
see.
bread,
Tea bread.
the full one. It's about 10 cedi.
It's 10 cedis.
Okay, hold on. You're saying with 10 cedi, you can buy chips,
I will buy chips. I will
long
buy
tea
egg.
bread,
Yeah, I will buy. Yeah.
buy egg
Yeah.
for 10 Ghana cedis equivalent.
Yeah.
And it's the poor that eats rice.
Like
If I
normally we
say
have
the
different.
poor-
When I say the poor, it means that it's not like like in Ghana here.
Yeah.
If you have big money, if you go
Yeah.
to your restaurant, you will be eating rice.
Yeah.
But unlike in Mali, if you go to restaurant, we will be eating
Chips.
chips, chicken, and pizza, those things, but not rice. If you
So it means that rice is the most cheapest meal
Yeah.
you can find,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Even in the restaurant.
Everybody will eat rice.
yeah.
I see. So when you came to Ghana and for maybe a small plate of rice, you're paying 20 Ghana cedis and 30 Ghana cedis. You were chuckling in your head and you were
I take this, I snap it and send it to and send it to my parents
You said this to your parents.
so that we see.
Look at you sent a picture of some sorry looking rice with some small chicken on it for 30 Ghana cedis.
Even plantain. I hear this thing astonish. Plantain, I don't know plantain.
Yeah.
Ghanaians, they produce
Yes.
plantain.
Yes, we do.
But the plantain, when I see it nowadays, I would say
I can even say it's cheaper than
In our country, we
than
don't produce
here. We don't produce plantain,
plantain.
but
It's
here
cheaper
in
there.
Ghana they do. But the price in Mali,
that's what I don't understand.
So you
Ghana,
guys
some
are,
Ghana.
are on an indefinite hunger strike.
We can say that too.
So it's one meal a day so that you can save money, right?
No, but 1
No.
million.
How are you managing now? Because you're not working in school. Your parents are sending you money. Your parents are sending you money, right?
Yes.
And so they've gotten used to the fact that it's not cheap around here. Is that the case?
Yeah, it's
it's
not cheap.
Or when you go to Mali, you bring a lot of your food.
But sometimes we bring some. But here in Ghana, you have to eat because if you don't eat, under nutrition, the
Yeah.
malnutrition,
Yeah.
so you will get sick.
Yeah.
So even though it's hard, but you have to.
You have to
it.
manage.
Yeah.
Are there lots of Malian restaurants in Accra that you go to eat?
yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
We have.
we have about 3.
Okay.
3 to 4 here.
Yeah. And when you go, do they sell it for you at the price that you?
Oh no. They don't do that.
Even them, they are selling to you at high price. Even them, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
And you be eating that thing and be crying in your head.
It's even like if it's even cheaper to buy Ghanaian food than Malian.
Yeah, those food there.
Yeah, because
I'm sure by the time they factor in the cost of ingredients and all of that, the thing is skyrocketed.
for sure, because they also understand. I understand because they have to take the ingredients
Absolutely,
from Mali
absolutely.
to Ghana.
Yes.
So they transport fees to.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, it's been such a revealing session with you guys. I've really enjoyed myself. I think you guys are one of the most interesting guests I've had on the show. I've learned so much from you guys. So which campus are you guys on? What school?
Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin. Oh, okay. I see. And how's studies going?
It's going well. It's going well.
What are you studying?
I'm doing accounting.
You're doing accounting.
Yeah.
Okay, and you?
Management and computer studies.
Oh, management and computer studies. Okay, so what's the plan? You finish and stay and work a bit, or you're going back home right after your studies?
If I have work to do here, I'll stay a bit.
You will stay here a bit,
Yeah.
even with all the plenty complaints that you've just given me about food price and all of that.
Oh no, that's experience. You will learn.
You learn and stay, huh?
Yes.
I see. So you would like to stay around a bit if you get a job,
Yes.
right? What about you?
Man, no. The day I'll present my graduation, after my graduation, the next day I will travel to my country.
You don't want to stay back a bit.
Oh, it's paining me.
It's paining you. Enough is enough.
Actually, I'm counting down the day that I will do my
Really?
graduation.
And then you're gone.
Yeah.
And when you go back, what's the plan? You're going to pursue what? So you're doing what? A degree program?
Yeah.
You're doing a degree program now?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you want to go back and then you start working, or you go study for a PhD?
I'm planning to do PhD, but at the same time, I'll be working.
You'll be working as well. Okay, as an accountant.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Have you met some Ghanaian ladies yet?
Ghanaian ladies?
Yeah.
Nope.
Is there anyone you're checking out?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm Muslim.
Muslims don't fall in love?
No.
We do fall in love,
Okay.
but we don't do dating.
Well, okay, so I'm not saying dating, but I mean, if you were to have you met some Muslim Ghanaian girls?
Muslim Ghanaian girls?
Yeah.
Nope.
We don't meet.
We don't meet.
You don't want
There is
to
not
meet?
a kind of meeting there.
Enter through the window. We don't enter through the window.
I'm asking. No. Don't get me wrong. All right, you could find you could meet somebody and you think, oh, this person is a nice Muslim lady. You know, all things being equal, I wouldn't mind settling with this person. It doesn't mean you're dating the person, right? It's
in
two
mind.
different things.
In mind, if you have it in mind.
So whoever you get married to, you won't even get a chance to become friends with them. You just one day you decide, oh, you, my first wife.
There is no
Let's
friendship between a lady and a man. There is no
Okay.
friendship.
I see. So you don't call up your classmates. You don't speak over the phone when you
Classmate.
Yeah.
If it's school, like this is under school, so
Okay.
if the lecturer is here, those things.
Yeah.
But in terms of like you'll be chatting or this.
So after class, if you need clarity on on anything, you would not typically call to find out.
Like to check on
to
my
check,
classmates. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
I can do that.
Okay, all right, and that's fine. That's okay. That's fine. That's all the clarity that I wanted. Thank you so much. The Sempara brothers. What does your name mean though, Sempara? What does it
Sempara.
mean? Yeah. Does it have a
Unless
meaning? Does it have a meaning? Or you don't know?
I don't know.
You're yet to find
It
out.
has, but you don't.
Okay.
It has. I know my Fusaini. I know the meaning of Fusaini, but not
Okay.
Simpara.
So the Husseini means what?
Fusaini means the wise.
The wise.
Yeah.
The wise. And Lasana?
The first.
The first.
Yes.
But so are you the eldest of the two?
Yes, please.
Ah, okay. I get it. But the small one, I'm not quiet in dear. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today. I'll be waiting for your invitations, at least for your first wife's invitations. When you finally decide that you're getting married, he wants to get married to 4. I don't think I can trek Mali 4 times. I can come there just once. So when it's time for you to marry your first wife, please let me know.
All right.
So I can make that visit. and yours as well. Your target is what, 2?
My target.
Yeah.
We have like
Normally it
4.
starts from 2.
No,
Like,
I'm
it
asking
starts-
you, what's your target?
My target.
You want to exhaust all the 4, or
I will exhaust all the 4. But as we don't have slaves, the slavery it has ended.
Uh-huh.
But we can take some slaves like 2 or 3 in addition to the 4. So it will be a kind of.
Shale, but your mindset to be somewhere. You're telling
But
me.
the slavery, like.
No, hold on. You plan on getting married to 4 women,
Mhm.
and after that, you're not talking about having what? Having 7s, 2 extra 7s.
Yeah, but
To do what? So 2 concubines, but 4 wives.
no, it's not like there will be your wife, but as
Yeah, so
slavery.
concubines.
Yeah, yes.
What do you mean slavery?
They
Like-
are working for your wives, but
Thank you. They are
at the
your wife.
same time they are your wives.
So they're like your mistresses.
Not your mistresses, they are your wives.
So yours is 6. You want to get married to 6.
6 to 7, like I wanted. But slavery, there is no more slavery.
I apologize for having this conversation. Please get out and go. Because you're confusing. That's all. Don't mind me. No, but it's interesting. So you're planning 4 wives, but 2 extra women who will be slavery. That's not very pleasant.
I said there is no more.
Who will be slaves?
That was
That
long
doesn't
long time
happen.
ago.
Okay.
Yes. Now
But
we
in
don't have-
current time, so you're saying you want to have 4 wives and 2 concubines? But
No,
they all
no,
live on the-
I only want 4 wives. No concubines.
Whatever you do, if you decide to exhaust all of it, you better be able to love them all equally and take good care of them.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
for
the
sure.
right?
That's
That's very important.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't.
I will,
you don't.
I will.
You don't make a second class of another of one and leave the other. Okay, you've got to love them all equally.
Yeah.
If you
No, we
can
cannot
do
love
that.
them. No, we cannot love them equally. You can be just among them.
Yeah.
But you cannot love them
Them all
equally.
equal. All right. I wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
I honestly do. And keep me up to date with how things are going. So there you have it. Our conversation today was about Mali, giving us some insights about, some ins and outs about Mali, where to go to, some traditions that pertain. We touched a bit on food. And it was interesting to hear the perspective about living in Accra. I mean, some of it is not exactly new because even we they feel the thing, but for them, when they have to eat, they'll have to convert the price of the food into sefa and decide if this food they must eat or not. If it's expensive, they will lose their appetite for it. We'll go and do some music, and then when we come back, we'll close this up nicely. be wrapping up. But let's have that quick conversation with DJ Agyemang. Agyemang, today you took us all the way to Mali, right? Come and join us. Let's have that quick conversation about making the playlist and putting it together and all of that. And the speed with which he finds the music when you ask for it. Agyemang, this week, wait in your phone. Wait in your papa. Well, but what do you think? What do you think of Malian music, and how was your experience collecting music?
Mali, they have great music. Like their tempo, their their tempo of music. Yeah, like it kind of gives some kind of feeling like different from other African, comparing to other African countries. Mali have great music.
Okay.
And then it's hard to find their music. It is in Ghana here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very hard to find Malian music in Ghana here. Like sometimes you have to consult other people. Like it's difficult to get the grooving songs.
Yeah. Yes. Because if you go on the internet, you probably will not know who's really trending, who's hot. Well, I mean, you will know on the internet.
On the internet,
you know the number and some artists, but it always helps to know which ones the people will really groove to if it's played, right?
Because I'm not that good with the French. Because, so I have to sometimes translate, do a little research about the song titles and then the lyrics, and then so I'll get to know and then check on their numbers on the internet to know if people are grooving to it before then. I'll add it to the playlist.
Nice one. I think we should start compiling your playlist for people who have been asking, where you get your music from. We should be doing a mixtape. From time to time.
Yeah, so I have that in plan. So
great.
Yeah, definitely. I'm still
great.
And then we'll make it happen.
Great. So look out for DJ Agyemang's Afro mix. Like Afro grown and sexy kind of Afro mix.
It will happen.
If it happen. Charlie, have a great week. But there's one more artist that we must play before we wrap up the Mali conversation. We're gonna have conversation around Mali music without something from Salif Keita.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're dropping that before we wrap up. But thank you so much for joining us today. I want to say a big thank you to Faustina as well on social media, making us visible. And for those of you who attempted the somewhere in Africa question today, give me a moment. Let me just dig into that. Agyemang, please give me some music in the background. Let me just dig into that. What is the oldest building in Sierra Leone? And the answer would be the St. Charles Church. It is the oldest stone church in Sierra Leone and the third oldest in Africa. It was built by Reverend W.A.B. Johnson a few years after Sierra Leone became a crown colony. So congrats to you if you got the answer right. Next week, Sunday, we explore some more on the African continent. But tonight is a homecoming of Ghana's most beautiful. That means that at 8 p.m. sharp, you will meet some of your past queens and contestants. They will be telling us what they have been up to and giving you a glimpse of what is to come in this season, this year of GMB, the 2023. You will also get the chance to meet the 32 queens or contestants who will be beginning the 2023 Ghana's Most Beautiful competition. Don't forget that today, after you hear the introduction, you can use the GMB app, reality app, to vote for your favorite out of the two for your region, to keep one to go into the competition. It's very simple. So if, for instance, I'm from the OT region, I'll have two representatives from my region. After I hear and see them today, I go on the GMB reality app and start voting for one to be the ultimate contestants to compete in this year's Ghana's Most Beautiful. So open your ears, open your eyes, Charlie, choose wisely. You also will get the chance next week, Sunday, to hear the master perform for 1 minute 30 seconds. After which, the grand launch will be held on the 30th, and then we'll officially outdoor the final 16 to go into battle. My name is Miriam Osei-Agyemang. Do well to connect on social media. On Facebook is Miriam Osei-Agyemang. On Instagram and on Twitter is _RealMiriam. A big thanks to my Miajo account on production as well. I'm out. Have a great week.
3FM 92.